Imagine you could take just one step that carries you across 25 centuries. The air, once filled with the scent of cedarwood fires, exotic spices, now smells of sun-baked earth, dry stone. You stand in a place where voices no longer echo, the music has long since faded. Yet, the feeling of a crowd, a great assembly of people, lingers in the immense open spaces around you. You are surrounded by towering columns that seem to scrape the brilliant blue sky. Your fingers can trace the outlines of small, determined figures carved into the steps beneath your feet. You are not just in a ruin. You have stepped into the memory of Persepolis. This remarkable place sits quietly on a vast, man-made terrace in modern-day Iran. It is nestled near the vibrant city of Shiraz, cradled by the Mountain of Mercy. Long ago, this was not a silent city of stone. It was the magnificent ceremonial heart of one of the ancient world's most powerful empires. Why build such a breathtaking place on this specific, elevated plain? The Achaemenid kings chose this location with incredible care. They desired a grand stage, a ceremonial seat of power to represent their dominion over the known world. Persepolis was conceived for Nowruz, the Persian New Year. Each spring, representatives from across the empire would travel here to pay homage and reaffirm their loyalty. Its construction was an international project. Darius I brought in the finest artisans from across his vast domain. The site blends styles from Mesopotamia, Egypt, and Greece, yet the result is uniquely Persian, a deliberate political statement. The foundation itself is an engineering marvel, a massive terrace carved from the mountain upon which rose palaces, treasuries, and halls. Your journey into Persepolis begins at a monumental staircase, leading to the formal entrance, the Gate of All Nations. Built by Xerxes I, it is guarded by colossal stone figures called lamasu. These mythical creatures, bulls with the heads of bearded men, were spiritual guardians, symbols of strength and wisdom designed to awe visitors. Passing between them, you enter a large hall where delegations would wait. Inscriptions carved on the gateway proclaim Xerxes' power. By the grace of Ahura Mazda, this Gate of All Nations I built. From here, you approach the magnificent centerpiece of Persepolis, the Apadana, or audience hall. This vast hall could hold 10,000 people. Its roof rested upon 72 towering columns, each over 60 feet high. Today, only 13 remain, but they still convey the breathtaking scale of the original structure. This was where the king received tribute from across the empire, a spectacle of immense wealth and power that unfolded under this forest of stone. The art of Persepolis is a language written in stone, and it speaks with remarkable clarity and grace. The primary goal of the artists was not to express individual emotion or abstract ideas, but to communicate the core tenets of the Achaemenid Empire: order, stability, diversity, royal power. You will not find scenes of brutal warfare or suffering here, which are common in the art of other ancient empires like Assyria. Instead, the reliefs of Persepolis project an image of peace and harmonious cooperation. The faces of the thousands of figures, guards, nobles, delegates. The faces are serene and calm. They stand patiently, they walk with purpose, and they offer their gifts with a sense of dignity. The details are a feast for the eyes and a rich source of information. You can distinguish the different ethnicities by their clothing, by their beards, by their hairstyles. An Armenian delegate leads a proud stallion. A Scythian wears a distinctive pointed cap and brings a horse and bracelets. An Ethiopian offers an elephant tusk. The carvings also show the natural world with great sensitivity. Lotus flowers, cypress trees, majestic lions, bulls. Beyond the Apadana, other buildings tell their own stories. The throne hall, also known as the Hall of 100 Columns, was another immense audience chamber. Its reliefs depict the king in heroic scenes, such as slaying a mythical beast, symbolizing his role as the protector of order against the forces of chaos. Other reliefs show the enthroned king with his heir, reinforcing succession and stability. Traces of paint suggest these scenes once blazed with color. Persepolis was not a typical city with bustling markets and residential neighborhoods. It was a seasonal ceremonial center coming to life with spectacular intensity during the New Year festival of Nowruz. For weeks, the roads leading to the city would have been thronged with people. There were the official delegations from every satrapy of the empire. Persian nobles, Median nobles, elite soldiers, the immortals, priests, courtiers, servants, entertainers. The air would have been thick with dozens of different languages. The neighing of horses, the melodies of unfamiliar music. It was a temporary metropolis, a vibrant microcosm of the entire empire. The purpose was to celebrate the arrival of spring and to reaffirm the bonds of the empire. The king, seated on his throne in the Apadana, would receive the gifts brought by each delegation. These were not taxes, but symbolic gifts demonstrating loyalty and acknowledging the king's supremacy. Life here was governed by strict protocol, from formal processions to the administrative work carried out in the treasury. Cuneiform tablets record the payment of food rations to thousands of workers, men, women, and children, grain, wine, silver, a practical counterpoint to imperial spectacle. The golden age of Persepolis was brilliant but brief. In 330 BCE, a force arrived that would change its destiny forever. Alexander the Great, the young and ambitious king of Macedon. After looting immense riches, so vast they required thousands of mules and camels, a great fire swept through the palaces. Cedar roofs, fine tapestries, wooden furniture, vibrant paints, consumed. The heat cracked stone. The heart of the empire was silenced. For centuries, the site lay in ruins, known locally as the Throne of Jamshid. Systematic excavations began in the 1930s, and in 1979, UNESCO designated Persepolis a World Heritage Site. Today, its silent stones, scarred by fire and time, testify to both ambition and fragility. If you visit, approach it with reverence. This is not a place to be rushed. The best times are spring and autumn. Remember, this site holds deep meaning for the Iranian people, so dress modestly. Begin at the Grand Staircase and the Gate of All Nations. Make your way to the Apadana and study its reliefs. Don't just glance. Look closely. Trace the lines with your eyes. Notice the textures of cloth, the delicate horse harness, the calm expression of a guard. Wander the throne hall and let the scale of the columns and doorways sink in. Persepolis reveals how art becomes a tool for communication, stories of power and unity. It reminds us of interconnected civilizations and of loss. Even the mightiest empires fall. It is a bridge to the past, calling us to come, to look, and to remember.